Imagine a garage filled with rusting frames, dust-covered engines, and the faint smell of oil and gasoline lingering in the air. Now imagine someone who sees not just broken vehicles, but stories waiting to be brought back to life. That someone is Derek Bieri, a man who transformed a simple love for mechanics into an empire of restored cars, captivating millions along the way. But behind the engines and the wrenches lies a story of passion, persistence, and family values that few people know. On this journey, you'll discover how a boy growing up on a frozen North Dakota farm became one of the most respected figures in the world of vintage car restoration, and why his story continues to inspire DIY enthusiasts everywhere. Derek Bieri was born on May 16, 1984, in Minot, North Dakota, a place where winter isn't just cold, it's relentless. Life on the farm meant that everything had to be fixed by hand. There were no nearby mechanics, no quick fixes, and certainly no room for waiting around. Broken tractors, snowed-in trucks, and frozen engines were just part of everyday life. But for Derek, this environment became a training ground. He didn't learn mechanics from textbooks or formal education. Instead, the lessons came from his father and grandfather, men who spent countless hours under the hoods of old trucks, listening to engines and feeling the subtle vibrations of the steering wheel as if they were communicating in a secret language. To Derek, every sound had meaning, the gurgle of fuel, the whine of a failing pump, even the smell of burnt oil. These early experiences instilled in him a unique skill set, a combination of intuition, patience, and hands-on ingenuity, that would later define his approach to car restoration. He often recounts the small victories of those days, a stubborn engine that finally roared to life, or the humor in discovering that a part purchased in haste simply didn't fit. These moments were the building blocks of a philosophy he still carries today, that mechanical problems are puzzles to solve, challenges to enjoy, and opportunities to learn. Before Derek became known for reviving rusting classics, he worked as an automotive technician, turning wrenches and fine-tuning vehicles. Eventually, his career shifted into the corporate world, where he took on executive roles overseeing parts distribution and managing retail operations. Financially, he succeeded. Yet emotionally and creatively, he felt adrift. "I looked around and realized I was living a life I didn't even remember starting," Derek admitted in a 2023 interview. Sitting behind a desk, surrounded by spreadsheets rather than engines, he realized that passion could not be replaced by titles or salaries. This realization marked the turning point toward what would become a remarkable journey of self-reinvention. 2017 was the year everything changed. With nothing more than an old iPhone taped to the garage door, Derek filmed his first restoration video. No scripts. No music. Just raw footage of him coaxing life back into an abandoned vehicle using only a battery, a few hand tools, and his growing expertise. The video received a modest number of views, but it caught the attention of a community hungry for authentic, hands-on tutorials. What set Derek apart wasn't polished production, it was honesty. He wasn't a celebrity or a showman. He was someone who understood cars and wasn't afraid to show his mistakes. He laughed at his own errors, cracked jokes about mismatched parts, and shared triumphs when engines roared back to life. In doing so, he created something rare, content that was both educational and deeply human. From 2018 to 2020, Derek uploaded weekly videos that consistently delivered practical, approachable restoration techniques. Whether it was a Chevelle, Caprice, Monte Carlo, or F100, he approached each vehicle with a philosophy: make it run first, then refine. He wasn't afraid to use zip-tied wiring, plastic fuel lines, or temporary fixes, all within the bounds of safety. This method resonated with viewers. It wasn't just about the finished product, it was about the journey, the ingenuity, and the thrill of turning scrap into something functional and beautiful. By 2022, Derek's channel had grown to over 1.39 million subscribers, and as of 2025, it had surpassed 2 million. Each video, often lasting over an hour and a half, is a testament to both technical depth and narrative richness, reflecting the care and attention he pours into every project. Derek's approach to restoration isn't about flash, it's about integrity. He works with basic tools and logic-driven processes, creating videos that anyone could follow in their own garage. There are no automatic lifts or expensive diagnostics, just methodical inspections, problem-solving, startup tests, and real road trials. Take his 1972 Chevrolet Chevelle, affectionately nicknamed Independence. After being pushed through a multi-day road event covering over 1,000 miles, it still clocked a 9.73-second quarter-mile at over 140 miles per hour. Derek called it a symbol of resilience, scarred, scratched, but unbroken. It's a philosophy mirrored in his work and in the values he instills in viewers: patience, determination, and resourcefulness. Other notable restorations include a Caprice Classic neglected for 15 years, a 1991 Chevrolet truck with a massive 632 Ci big block, and the Panta project, an Italian sports car abandoned for 3 decades. Each project combines mechanical skill with careful storytelling, allowing viewers to connect with the car's history and personalities. While Derek's mechanical talent is evident, his family is the foundation that keeps everything running smoothly. His wife, Jessica, manages logistics, travel, and technical support during events, often stepping in to edit and post-produce videos. Their 3 children are raised with the same DIY principles Derek cherishes. Bentley, the youngest, runs his own channel focused on go-karts and minibikes, guided by Derek's philosophy without overshadowing his creativity. Derek once said, "I don't expect my kids to become mechanics, but I want them to know how to solve problems. If they can fix a car, they can fix life." This approach has shaped not only his family but also the unique authenticity of his content: unpolished, honest, and relatable. Even friends like Chad Ashheim and his wife Haley contribute to the operations, helping transport cars and support multi-day projects. This tight-knit structure functions like a professional crew, but with the warmth, spontaneity, and imperfection of a real family. By 2023, Derek's life had evolved. The once-weekly uploads became less frequent, dropping to 2 or 3 per month. Live events, previously regular, now featured fewer appearances. This wasn't due to mismanagement or burnout, it was the result of growth. Derek had entered television, filming a show that required travel, coordination, and a level of production far beyond what his garage setup could handle. He also began long-term projects, including a custom-built vehicle for family safety during drag events and collaborative high-performance trials with other respected restorers. Even with fewer uploads, Derek's influence grew. Absence made the heart grow fonder. Viewers began to mythologize his work, focusing not on quantity but on the care, quality, and authenticity he consistently delivered. His audience remained engaged, drawn by the integrity of his approach rather than the allure of algorithms or sensationalism. Unlike many internet personalities, Derek avoided drama, controversy, or gimmicks. By 2025, his reputation was spotless. Candid appearances, like a simple family outing to Walt Disney World, were shared online, reinforcing his approachable, genuine persona. Derek's income streams are as diverse as his projects: merchandise, branded tools, restored car auctions, and personalized messages. Each venture reflects the same transparency and warmth found in his videos. Brands trust his input, fans respect his integrity, and the DIY community regards him as a beacon of knowledge and inspiration. Derek Bieri's journey is more than car restoration. It's about passion, creativity, and resilience. It's about teaching a new generation that problem-solving is a skill for life, not just for engines. His story reminds us that success isn't measured by views or subscribers but by the authenticity, dedication, and values we bring to our work. Whether it's a rusted Chevelle, a forgotten truck, or a child learning to fix a mini-bike, Derek demonstrates that care, patience, and ingenuity can breathe life into anything. His family, friends, and followers are all part of this larger story, a story of perseverance, authenticity, and the joy of building something meaningful with your own hands. If you've ever restored a car, fixed a bike, or tackled a project with your hands, Derek's journey is a reminder that the process matters as much as the result. Share your first restoration, your proudest project, or the moment you realized you could turn failure into success. This is more than a story about cars, it's about passion, family, and the power of doing. The journey continues, and the engine of inspiration is always running. Are you ready to pick up the wrench and start your own adventure?